Hi, this is Coach Monica with Coach Monica's Morning Minute, and today I want to talk to you about salt. I am so excited to be able to share this information with you because when I was going through my journey and continuing on eating healthy and learning about different seasonings and different oils and different things that we use to marinate our food, I really did some research about salt. But first, it's important that we understand that we are aware of not only what we put into our bodies, but also what the Word of God says about the things that we are learning in regards to spiritual battles and in the way that a Christian should walk their life. So, what did Jesus say about salt? There's a lot in the Bible about salt, and a lot of it is Old Testament, but I want to bring a couple things to your attention that came out of Matthew. And this comes out of Matthew chapter 5, verse 13. This is Jesus speaking. You are the salt of the earth. But if the salt loses its flavor, how shall it be seasoned? It is then good for nothing, but to be thrown out and trampled underfoot by men. Now, in Colossians chapter 4, verses 5 through 6, it states, walk in wisdom toward those who are outside, redeeming the time. Let your speech always be with grace, seasoned with salt, that you may know how you ought to answer each one. Again, that was Matthew 5, verse 13, and Colossians chapter 4, verses 5 through 6. You will find a lot of references to salt in the Old Testament because of the covenant of salt. But I really like those two applications in the New Testament. So, why are we talking about salt? What's the big deal about salt? Well, first of all, both boys and girls, men and women over the age of 11 only need 6 grams of salt per day. You might be asking, how much is 6 grams per salt? Well, it's 1 teaspoon. We all know how small a teaspoon is. So I found that really interesting that we only need such small amount, but we need it. Also, what I found out interesting is that 3/4 of what we need in salt is found in the food that we eat. But here is the devastating part. If you have a lot of canned foods in your pantry, and if you eat out of a lot of packages, you might want to be really careful and start reading those labels, because that 6 grams of salt ends up only being 2,300 milligrams of salt per day. And a lot of canned foods, especially soups, are so high in sodium. And having an overabundance of sodium is difficult not only on your organs, but as a reminder, it will cause you to thirst even more, okay? So it's not allowing your body to run at its best function. So I wanted to share with you the difference between table salt, which is also known as common salt, which you'll find in most restaurants and in most people's homes, and my favorite, which is the Himalayan pink rock salt. This is what you're going to find here. This is the best for you. A lot of people even think that the sea salt is good, but when you think about how contaminated our oceans are, there's a lot of research and speculation about sea salt too. So let me tell you about what the common table salt has inside of it and why you should really think about switching over to the Himalayan. So common table salt is purified at a process that involves recrystallization, which actually means that it's put under 1,200 degrees Fahrenheit. And if you know anything about heat, most things are stripped of their minerals when they are at a certain temperature. Even when you cook certain vegetables and your meats, you're losing a lot of the nutrients because of the heat factor. So also the common table salt is 97.5% sodium chloride and 2.5% additives. And because of the Fahrenheit required recrystallization, it's, again, depleting a lot of its natural minerals. It also includes an anti-caking agent so that whenever you pour your salt, it's not sticking to one another. And whenever you buy rock salt, it comes with a grinder, so you actually have to grind the salt. It doesn't need the anti-caking mineral that you'll find in your common salt. And it also will be likely to contain iodine. Okay, so when I read the back of this common table salt, I saw, sure enough, an anti-caking agent underneath the ingredients. Okay, so let me tell you about my Himalayan pink rock salt. First of all, whenever you taste it, it's like, wow, that's salt. It's so strong of a taste. It requires such a little bit of an amount on your food or your salads or whatever you choose to put it on. So it has such a strong, rich flavor. First of all, the Himalayan pink rock salt has 84% essential minerals required by the human body. It has 85% sodium chloride and 15% trace minerals. It's a good source of magnesium. And guess what? 80% of individuals are deficient in magnesium. So that's something to think about. Also, it promotes a healthy pH balance of the cells. It regulates your blood sugar, and it also helps regulate the body's natural sleep cycle. So if you're anything like me, you probably need some more sleep in your life. And you know what? The Himalayan pink rock salt has been proven to help regulate that sleep cycle. Again, I wanted to bring to your attention not only what the Word of God says about salt, but most importantly too, to have you start paying attention to those nutritional tables on the back of things, especially the canned things. Be really aware of how much sodium you're taking in and what your body needs. Remember, it only needs 1 teaspoon a day. Okay? I hope that encourages you, and I hope again that you're really striving to live that healthy lifestyle that also includes having to take the time to spend in the knowledge of learning about what our foods are and what they're doing for us and what we really need. Anyways, have a good day. This is Coach Monica. Bye.